just done the bunker below at the secret nuclear bunker in Kelvedon Hatch.
It's very well advertised.
It's very secret. There's lots of signs telling you that there is a secret bunker, so there you go. It's just a bit unit. I love it. This attraction, we did it for the first time last year. We had to come back because it was just incredible. It was, we think, one of the most intense experiences that we did last season. By miles, to be honest.
Yeah.
So we came back, and it's been brilliant again tonight, hasn't it?
Fantastic experience.
I think it's a new staple.
It is. It is. Like the jump scares in there. You know, we were doing, as you will have seen from what Nikki did, we pretty got the channel. You know, we've done Tullies and Towers in the last few weeks and everything. Jump scares are there are beyond anything that I saw at those two events. You know, they just really know how to get. And simple things like, I mean, all I'm going to say for people who haven't done it is TV screens. Got me, and we knew they were there.
They were there, and
we did it last year.
And the thing is, like, certainly this season so far, I haven't jumped like that. I don't know if you saw, but when that happened, I was like, whoa! Like, I actually jumped. I'm like, that was good. I think the real key thing that they get at this attraction that some perhaps have lost over the years, Towers, I'm looking at you, is the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Like, you need to build up attention, you need to build up a story, and they do that really well here. They've changed, the story is kind of the same for anyone who's done it last year, but it's done slightly differently, isn't it?
Yes.
And I think the way that they do it is actually better. It kind of is a bit more progressive now as you go through.
Yes.
So they're building up a story as you go. As you go into that, when you go actually into the hatch, because there's a little bit where you walk around the forest first and then you go into the bunker.
Yeah.
And there is so much mist, and
it's amazing.
The light, and you've just come from pitch black as well, which I think really helps.
Really cleverly done.
So you can't see that far in front of your face, and I think that does a brilliant job of putting you on edge. There's some effects and bits and stuff that aren't even actors in the first few bits, that just because it's loud noises and lights and things, they've got the pacing right. They know how to make people jump and get you on edge and kind of build up a story.
But again, something that they do that not all attractions do is they've got the actor-led interaction stuff as well, which is fun. I mean, I had a lovely experience. I had to sleep on a bed halfway through, which was great. I was quite tired.
More attractions with beds in, please.
Exactly, more of that, please. Yeah, but you know, it's great.
Twice it happened.
I might go for another sleep in a minute. But you know, it's great that they've got that and everything, and I think it's fantastic as well to sort of the way that they'll interact with you. If you say something to them, they're not just going straight off a script. They'll interact back with you.
There's no kind of here. It's all, they're actually interacting with the things that you're saying, and they're asking you questions and then improvising based on what you say.
So you've got both. You've got probably the most extreme jump scares I've seen this year, but also some proper acted scenes as well. Yeah. And the story's great because it means they can do this year after year after year, but change it up. Because the idea basically is that the bunker is emitting some kind of signal that is testing. There it is. That's testing your fare essentially. So essentially you are hallucinating throughout the whole experience is the idea. So they could just do that year after year, hallucinate different things as you go around, which I think it's a fun story. I like it.
I was going to say, you know, some scenes were the same as last year, some scenes were different, so that was nice. Hopefully they will continue to kind of, I think, follow that theme, but change it up year on year would be great to see. Yeah,
I will say, if we are going to be critical at all, last year we were very lucky. Nikki and I did it by ourselves, which I tell you what, being alone, I mean, the first one's in as well, being alone in a secret bunker in the complete darkness is bloody airy. It's bloody airy. So when we did that was fantastic. This year we were with them quite a big group, so that was fine. But I do think maybe they're batching the groups a bit too big potentially, and that might be part of the issue that they're having. Because when you do it in a smaller group, it is definitely much airier than if you're doing it in a bigger group. But that was still really good. I will also say we both thought that the finale, I'm not going to spoil it, but it felt like it had a potential to be brilliant, and then it didn't quite fire. I don't know if we were just unlucky, but we had it last year.
We wanted this last year, didn't we? But now that it's happened twice, I think that they just there's potential, but they don't use it. Let's say.
So I'm not quite sure why that is, but I mean, don't let that ruin. I mean, don't let that put you off. This is still a brilliant experience, one of the strongest in the country, in my opinion, and I think it's very underrated. Not many people are coming here and writing about this place, but they should be, because it's excellent. It's a fantastic scale attraction, and I wish more were at the calibre of what Bunker Below is, because it's brilliant.
Absolutely. Yep, fantastic attraction, and we will definitely be back. So home from the bunker now and just reflecting on the experience. There's just one more thing I wanted to add, which I don't think I quite got in the clip beforehand. Spoiler alert, if there's anyone who doesn't want anything spoiled, then stop watching now. But as is fairly customary, I guess, for a lot of these attractions now, there is a chainsaw scare. And what I wanted to say about it is that it was done very well. So I think chainsaws have become so commonplace now in these attractions that they're almost used as a bit of a shorthand of like, oh, chainsaw, it must be scary. And I think some attractions have kind of forgotten why the chainsaw is scary in the first place. Well, not the bunker, because they managed to conceal it until the very moment that it came out. And I think if you can hide the smell for a start, you always know it's coming, especially if you're in a corridor or whatever. If you can hide the smell, if you can hide the sound of it, and then it's a surprise, that's when the chainsaw is effective. If you know it's coming, you know it's there, and it's like, oh great, a guy with a chainsaw, I've seen it 100 times. But yeah, it works well when it's a surprise, and they did that very well here. So I won't tell you where, but yes, they did a brilliant chainsaw scare. And again, I think hammers home the main point I feel about Bunker Below is that they really understand pacing in an attraction. It's not all about constant jump scares and rah rah rah. It's about building up a story. It's about having those vital moments where you are just walking around in a dark room, because when that impact scare then happens, the impact of it's so much better. So I think they really got top pacing, top night, great attraction. We'll definitely be back. Just do more of what you're doing. It's great.